Hello everyone. I'm putting together a couple of videos to find explorer notes. I figured we'll start with some dossiers, the dinosaur dossiers. If you want to see more of these videos, like the other explorer notes and things of that nature, let me know down in the comment section, and I will see what I can put together. Also, do me a favor, like, subscribe, and again, comment, even if it's just may the algorithm be with you. It makes a huge difference and I greatly appreciate it. I'm also going to try and put chapters into this video so that you can go look for the specific dossier that you want instead of having to watch the whole video, or you can go back and just pick the chapter you want. So let's get into it. Hello everybody. As you can see, we are at an explorer note. We are going to try and grab all the dossiers to the animals. This might be a multiple video, we will see, because we don't have any water dinos as of yet, so if we need to get those, we'll have to tame a water dinosaur. But here we are. This is either the Spino.
Found mostly in marshes and jungles, Achatina limusegnis is a very slow, very non-threatening land mollusk. It might be the simplest creature on the island to hunt, and while it only provides a small amount of meat and chitin, an easy meal is always of value on the island. Unlike nearly every other creature on the island, Achatina does not defecate normally. Instead, it secretes a thick, sticky substance. Achatina leaves trails of this slime, but the trails are so thin that they crumble to dust quickly. Legend has it that Achatina can be tamed with a special cake made from harvested crops and resources. There is a very disgusting but useful fact about Achatina that causes tribes to seek to tame them. Its secretions are chemically similar to the cementing paste and organic polymer used by many tribes for building materials. Tamed Achatina naturally accumulates this slime over time, which can then be collected at the tribe's convenience.
All right, good. We started where I wanted to, which was Achatina. The Spino should be right around here, but I want to... All right. So one of the other reasons why we're doing this is you see the check mark? That means we have one. And we have to get a check mark by all of these in order to get the zoologist achievement. So the Spino one, they're like right on top of each other. They should be an ASE anyways. It should be right around here somewhere. Like I said, they're like right on top of each other almost. In ASE, but because they've changed, oh, there it is. Is that it? No, but I hear a drop. There's a raptor. Dossier should be right around here somewhere. Man, it's so hard to see Alright, so this is the snail one. And I want you to see where we're at. So 80 latitude. Let me get off him. There we go. 80 latitude, 82.8 longitude is where the snail one is. They should be right on top of each other. Where's it at? I want to say it should be right here. Alright, where in the world could it be? Oh gosh darn it. Maybe they moved it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a hard time finding it. So I will bring you guys back when I find it. Alright, I found it. I was on the wrong cliff. So I was looking there. Spino. Is right here.
Among the few carnivores on the island that can match tyrannosaurs in size, Spinosaurus aquareliga does not match its ferocity. Spinosaur's 4 legs and large sail make it fairly swift on land and incredibly fast in the water. Its marvel is arguably the ability to change stances by going from quadruped to biped. The creature is visually distinguished by its spectacular sail. In my travels, I have seen many different and brightly coloured sails, as every Spinosaurus appears to have a slightly different palette. The one comforting fact about Spinosaurus is that it seems more at home near water than away from it. Although the creature is more powerful, faster, agile, and insatiable while in water, it tends to become less hostile as it gets farther from it. On one occasion, I only escaped a Spinosaurus by getting far enough from its lake home to make it simply lose interest. Spinosaurus is an incredibly well-rounded apex carnivore, faster than a Tyrannosaurus in water, and able to travel on land unlike a Megalodon. Its all-terrain versatility may be unrivaled. Although its movement speed is slower in a biped stance, it gains considerable attacking strength and mobility in this form. For hunters who wish to have a well-rounded mount, Spinosaurus may be the ideal choice, if they can acquire one.
Alright. So that got interrupted by a Diplo, apparently. Oh, there's another one. Alright, so the Diplo one is 80 latitude, 84.8 longitude. That puts us right here. Alright. Who's next? If we're going in alphabetical order, I believe Allosaurus is next. So I will bring you guys to that one when we get there. See you in a few. All right, our next one, we are at the blue obelisk, and you're going to want to look for this. Here, let's back up so you can see. And let me get rid of, hold on. That's not what I want. All right, so you're at the blue obelisk. You're going to see that opening. And when you come out of it, the volcano is right there. It's hard to see, but that is the volcano. That's the green obelisk. So we are going to follow this path. Right, we're following this path. Following the path. And we are looking for this opening right here. And we are going to go straight down. And you will see some pillars. They're not going to mess with our bug. So, will they come after me? Yep, there it is. Okay. So, latitude 22.8, longitude 19.1.
Gigantopithecus fibrorata is a strange creature. It is usually quite passive, but it has a very short temper when it comes to its own personal space. Once another creature gets close, this gentle giant quickly becomes a rampaging beast. best to give them a wide berth. I have occasionally seen Gigantopithecus jumping to grab vines that it can traverse and swing on, but otherwise, it seems most happy to lay about, picking berries from plants lazily. In addition to being at home picking berries, a tamed Gigantopithecus can be taught to harvest the fibers found on many island plants as well. It appears to be entirely content to pick at plants all day, eat the berries, and carrying fiber resources for its tribe. Playful once tamed, Gigantopithecus seems to enjoy throwing the creatures or riders it's carrying into the air. It probably feels that this activity is a game, but clever brigands can use this game to vault over walls and small cliffs.
So there's Gigantopithecus. Next, I will bring you all back. All right, so we are at one that we already have, which is Diplodocus. You can see kind of where I'm at here. There's that iceberg right there. There's the mountain and the blue obelisk there. And we're gonna come down here. We are at 20.9 latitude, longitude 7.3, and that is going to be the Diplodocus dossier. Right there. All right, to the next one. Okay, so we are at another one. This one's a little harder to find. So, all right, here we go. There's the volcano. And you're looking for that, like, little lip stuck out. Okay, and we want to come straight down along that. And you can see it's off here. And this is
Meganeura quadpenna is an especially large species of dragonfly. Actually, it is a type of griffinfly, an extinct species of invertebrate that looks similar to dragonflies. Like most griffinflies, Meganeura is carnivorous, but it is typically not aggressive towards humans, unless provoked or challenged for food. It lives primarily in the wetter, heavier, wooded areas, such as the jungles. Meganeura is a natural predator of most of the smaller insects on the island. Though not often aggressive, Meganeura will not turn down a free meal. They quickly appear in large numbers to scavenge off the victims of Pulmonoscorpius, rendered unconscious and unable to defend themselves. Of course, the insects do have to avoid the Pulmonoscorpius itself. I have noticed it is unwise to disturb a flock of feeding Meganeura. The size of the insects on the island confounds me. The way these creatures diffuse oxygen should limit their size, but Meganeura and other bugs seem to be able to advance beyond this restraint. If there is more oxygen in the air, this could explain Meganeura's growth.
all right. And we are looking at latitude 54.9, longitude 40. That is where we can find that note. Now I'll bring you guys back for the next one. All right, so we are here at the next one. So there's the old plateau. And then the big one that everyone always liked to build on, if that makes sense. We got the redwoods over here. Here, let me pull up the map so you can see where we're at. So like I said, that's the big plateau that used to be a plateau. We're here at the second one. We're going to go into, you see that cliff right there? And we're going to go right into there. And at the foot of the cliff, you're going to see a pillar. Are we safe? Yes, I think we're safe.
Pachycephalosaurus is a bit of a conundrum. It is a very passive, even friendly herbivore, common to much of the island. At the same time, it is one of the most dangerous herbivores that I have yet encountered on the island. Its charging headbutt is a display of sheer physical power and can kill much more quickly than you might think. While Pachycephalosaurus is generally friendly, it has a short temper. Its fight or flight response always seems to choose fight. The Pachycephalosaurus becomes extremely aggressive once attacked. Additionally, it is an incredibly fast sprinter, so escaping from an enraged Pachycephalosaurus is very difficult. Pachycephalosaurus is an excellent battle mount for those who want to ride a smaller, nimble combatant into the fray. Because of its particular musculature, it cannot effectively carry large quantities of resources. It can, however, move with brief, magnificent bursts of speed, and its headbutt is simply devastating.
And I froze. Okay, I will bring you guys back and show you the coordinates for this in just a second. All right, so our next note is there's the red obelisk. That is the big plateau in ASE. So the second plateau over, we are in the redwoods. We are going to fly in here. You should see a cliff. There it is. So you're looking for that cliff right there. And then right down in front of it, was the note. Now that I'm not frozen, I can show you guys latitude 68.1, longitude 39.2. And that'll give you the Pachy note. All right, off to our next one. All right, our next one, so there's the red obelisk. We are right in that front edge of the redwoods. Like that area over there is actually where I tamed, where I got Huey, because Rhinonathia like to spawn right there. There's that cliff overlooking the redwoods. So we're here, we're looking for that log right there. See this log? So we're going to follow this log, being careful about. So next, see, there's the second log, and there's the ruins. Looks like it's safe to, or not. Okay, and I need to do this too, because apparently, all right. Are they safe now? Seriously? There's just a random queen bee flying around? That's strange. Okay.
Paracer giganticus is a massive, long-necked herbivore that inhabits some of the island's grasslands. It resembles a gigantic horse/rhinoceros hybrid, but is over twice the size of either. Paracer is a very peaceful and friendly creature. Barring some surprises yet in store for me, I can safely say that Paracer is among the largest mammals on the island. While its size means that Paracer can provide an incredible amount of food, it also makes it dangerous when hunted. A beast of burden second to the Brontosaurus, Paracer is an excellent worker and is sufficient in size to support a platform saddle upon which structures can be built. It is a naturally friendly animal and is not afraid of humans. However, despite its normally calm demeanor, when it or its owner is provoked by aggression, Paracer can quickly become a real threat to the attacker and will use its girth to its advantage in combat.
So here we are. Pacer is latitude 67.7, longitude 28.4. And we are off to the next one. See you in a bit. All right, so the next one, we're looking for the Redwood River. We should all know, well, I take that back. If you've never played ARK Survival Ascended, or ARK Survival Evolved, there we go, you might not know about the Redwood River. But, so, there's the red obelisk. This is the big plateau, or that used to be the big plateau. Now it's got trees and stuff on it. Anyways, if you follow along here, you'll see a river. And it's not as obvious as it was in ASE. But we're going to follow the river. Watch out for thylas. There's one. See? There they are. So watch the trees. Follow the river. And you should come to the big ruins. Here we are. And we're looking for these two arches. Right next to the tree and the second arch.
Equus magnus appears to be an ancestor of the modern horse. Based on its stripes, it may be the African variant of Equus giganteus, which appeared in North America during the Ice Age, but that is pure conjecture. Its behavior in the wild is similar to that of other wild members of the Equus genus. It sustains itself by grazing, while keeping safe from predators by living in herds and outrunning its attackers via superior speed and stamina. Horse and man have long been partners in survival, and this remains true on the island. In Equus, survivors will find a trusty steed or pack animal that can carry them swiftly across land. Taming an Equus has proven interesting, requiring carefully approaching the creature in the wild, mounting it, and then carefully soothing over time by feeding it vegetables. In fact, Equus reliability has led some survivors to construct special saddles for them. I even encountered a man who added extra saddle pouches that doubled as mobile crafting stations for chemical supplies, foodstuffs, and other items. Although not as robust as what you might find within a village, this utility helped him live a nomadic, solitary lifestyle. Some survivors employ Equus to herd and wrangle other creatures with a specialized lasso. This tool is sometimes effective for self-defense as well, as Equus is limited in battle on its own, at least compared to aggressive prehistoric carnivores.
All right, and that could be found latitude 65.8, longitude 30.7. And we are off to the next one. All right, the next one, we are on what's known as Bob Beach. So there we are, Bob Beach. There's the red obelisk. We are going to turn around here, and you see that cliff right here? You got that cliff there, but this cliff right here. And we're gonna come right up here. It is, all right, where'd it go? There it is. It's hiding in here. But you can see it right there.
Among the island's swamp-based threats, Sarcosuchus excubator is a lot like what you might expect from a giant crocodile, a patient killing machine. It spends much of its days lazily waiting in the water for prey to walk near. That said, it is not opposed to scurrying onto land and pressing the issue when hungry. A good tactic for escaping many predators is to jump into the water, as most are slow swimmers. This is a bad tactic for escaping a Sarcosuchus, obviously, as they are actually faster in the water than they are on land. Whether in land or water, it utilizes a well-rounded arsenal of attacks to display its prowess as a hunter. If it desires to grab a predator and spin into a death roll, quickly lunge forward for a surprise attack, or target a foe directly behind it, it is able to do so with extreme ease. Sarcosuchus is a ferocious creature that even causes the fearless Piranha to flee at the sight of it. Despite being river-dwelling creatures, Sarcosuchus seem quite at ease in the oceans. More than a few fishing communities use them as mounts, simply to help fight off megalodons, or to gain better access to the resources found within the reefs.
All right. This puts us at 82.5 latitude and 41.7 longitude. And we are off to the next one. All right, this next one is not that easy to find. I'm at the top of the hill in the same area. So the first one we found was down there. I came to the top of the hill. Okay, you're gonna see that note there. But we're gonna face the redwoods. See the redwoods there? And we're gonna follow this ridge. Just gonna follow the ridge, follow the ridge. And we're gonna end up at a cliff. And we are going to take a right. Hopefully I can find this again. Okay. And it is very wooded around here, so it's hard to see it. Hopefully I can find it again. Where is it? It is around here somewhere. I know it is. I told you this one's not easy to find. All right, come on now. Now I'm lost. All right, follow the ridge, follow the ridge. Maybe I didn't go down far enough. Aha! Alright, so I didn't go down far enough. So, alright. Now that we found it, let's do this again. So we're going to come down the mountain. We're going to follow this ridge. And you're going to see that rock. And it is right there.
The much larger ancestor of water birds like the stork or pelican, Pelagornis myocenis shares many traits with its modern-day brethren. However, it seems to spend far more time hunting for fish over the open deep sea. In fact, I have rarely spotted a wild Pelagornis anywhere near the coasts of the main island, as it prefers to rest its wings by paddling on the ocean's surface rather than waddling along the island's beaches. Perhaps this behavior is a result of its survival instincts. The early Miocene was a post-dinosaur epoch after all, and Pelagornis would not be accustomed to such predators. Considering how quickly it flees from humans, one can hardly blame its caution. Because of its ability to fly, walk, and surface swim, a tamed Pelagornis is one of the island's most versatile mounts. But this comes at a cost. The same webbed feet that allow Pelagornis to serenely maneuver along the ocean's surface prevent it from carrying prey off the ground, which may limit its appeal to some survivors.
All right. And latitude 74.8, longitude 46.8. And that should put you right on it. All right. Off to the next one. All right, the next one is actually super, super easy. So you just come up into the air from the one we were at, and you see this area actually used to be more open, but that's the island in the middle of the swamp as you come down. That's the red obelisk, that's the redwoods, and there's the island. And if you look over here, you can see the ruins. We might have to clear this out first. think we're okay.
I'm not entirely sure how Therizinosaurus multiensis stays populated on the island. It is surprisingly slow for its size and is a solitary predator, so no pack to back it up. I suppose the fact that its sheer power rivals Tyrannosaurus is the only thing that allows this very aggressive, medium-sized predator to thrive. The claws of Therizinosaurus are some of the most versatile biological tools I've encountered. As adept at removing trees and foliage from Therizinosaurus' path as they are at piercing the thick shells and hide of the island's most defensive creatures if backed into a fight. A tamed Therizinosaurus is one of the most versatile mounts a survivor can have. It can be trained to use its claws brutally or delicately, allowing the rider to primarily harvest with enhanced efficiency the specific kinds of resources that he or she needs. And in combat, these same claws can pierce straight through the toughest armor. This flexibility more than makes up for its inability to carry the large loads of the island's many herbivorous beasts of burden.
There we go. We have latitude 70.4, longitude 48.3. And we are off to the next one. All right, this one is kind of difficult to, I don't know. So this is the mountain we were on, and I came down the backside. So we're going to this T section right here, where I say T section. It's the T section in the river. So here's the T section in the river. And if you go just inside the woods, you can find the two pillars. It's literally the T in the river.
Phioma ignavis is another of the island's generally docile herd animals. They are small enough that almost any predator can bring them down, but large enough to provide plenty of meat. Were it not for the protection of the herd and their instinct to run from any predator, these would almost certainly be hunted to extinction. Phiomia's tusks and trunk make it especially suited to scavenging plant life from the ground. It uses its tusks to dig up loose plant life, then uses its stubby trunk to scoop the foliage into its mouth. Adult Phiomia often dig up food for their young, and watching a baby Phiomia attempt to use its trunk can be quite amusing. While it is completely possible to ride a Phiomia around, they are a meagre choice. They work very well, however, as pack mules. If you feed the Phiomia a stimberry, it serves as a laxative in the creature's digestive system. Knowing this, tribal communities often keep a herd of these as livestock to produce mass quantities of fertilizer.
There we go. Off to the next one. Oh, wait a minute. We can't go off to the next one yet. I forgot. Latitude 76.3, longitude 54.4. That is where this one is at. Okay. Now we're off to the next one. Okay, so from that last one, if we follow the river, like, there's the easy cave. And we're gonna keep going down here. Here we go. In ASC, I always called this the Daeodon cliffs. But what I'm looking for is right there. You can see these ruins.
Fairly unremarkable by the island standards, Oncorhynchus grexlamia is a generally passive fish. Its main form of protection is swimming in a large school. Oncorhynchus does not like conflict, and generally swims away from anything larger than itself at very high speeds. Once provoked, however, Oncorhynchus becomes quite aggressive, along with its nearby brethren. It locks onto its prey with its long saber teeth and begins draining the creature's blood. This loss of blood is not too dangerous alone, but when a school of Oncorhynchus attack at once, their target quickly loses speed and stamina from blood loss, drowning if it cannot breathe underwater. Like many of the smaller fish found on or around the island, Oncorhynchus cannot be tamed, but it is often herded and harvested for its resources. In particular, certain cuts of Oncorhynchus meat are considered to have superb quality, and are often referred to as prime fish, used for specific high-end concoctions.
That's enough, guys. All right. And latitude 93.8. Longitude 52.7. Off to our next one. All right, so this one we are going to, so there's the ruins for the saber salmon. We're going to walk right through here. So hard. There it is. All right. So I walk around the cliff.
Daeodon comidentis is the largest known species of Entelodon, an omnivorous family of ancient mammals that are sometimes referred to as hell pigs. Even though Daeodon has as many similarities to modern hippopotamidae as it does to swiner, I found that to be a suitable nickname. Daeodon is as mean as it looks, and any survivor who wanders too close will find that out the hard way. As an omnivore with a voracious appetite, Daeodon scavenges, forages, and hunts to survive. It has little qualms when it comes to its diet, and that has helped it thrive on the island's harsh tundra. Its temper hasn't hurt either, as many would-be predators would rather seek out less vicious prey. Many tribes have made excellent use of Daeodon packs within their war parties, not only because of its fierce nature, but due to its extraordinary ability to rapidly heal itself. I've theorized that this healing factor is why it seems to have such a high metabolism, though what is particularly extraordinary is its capability to share this benefit with nearby creatures. I've even heard some survivors mention that the Daeodon also has a unique ability to root out rare mushrooms as well.
All right. And we are at latitude 94.5, longitude 53.5. Off to our next one. All right, so this one is in a similar location. We're at the Daeodon one. We're gonna go straight this direction. Man. See, in ASE, this is all open. Ah, there it is. You guys see it? So, right above my antennas, you can see the 3 arches right there. On the other side of that rock is the Daeodon. And right up here,
usually found in the deepest parts of the water around the island, Ammonitina multiamicus has a strange relationship with the other creatures of the deep. It must do something beneficial for them, since every nearby sea creature defends Ammonitina when it is attacked. What this distinct symbiosis is based on, alas, I have not yet discovered. Ammonitina has also made its way into the deeper parts of many underwater caves. Even within these caves, the creature will draw attention if assaulted, making harvesting its resource-rich shell a tricky proposition, depending on what other dangers may be lurking nearby. Like many of the untamable ocean dwellers, Ammonitina still has enough utility to be a valuable hunting target. If a tribe is willing to risk the wrath of nearby would-be protectors, Ammonitina bile can be harvested from the innards of its corpse. This bile can then be worked over with other chemicals to produce powerful concoctions, the most notable being a mixture that causes creatures to become enraged and attack the source of the scent.
there we are. And that puts us at latitude 93.3, longitude 51.3. And we are off to our next set of dossiers. All right, so we're on the opposite side of Daeodon Peak. So like over here, right here, over there, is where those 3 dossiers that we just picked up were. So we're going to come to the other side of the little bay, and we are going to follow this river. Follow the river. Following the river. I'm going to follow it towards the green obelisk. I'm trying to think. Yes, this way. So you're going to stay with the cliff. The cliff is very important. Without it, you're not going to find this. So we're going to stay with the cliff. And you see, in ASE, this was all open, but you see how it starts to open up and the cliff starts to end? So follow along the cliff and keep a lookout right there. You see it? Right in front of us. Seriously? We're going to let him go after the Pacer. And this one's right in the center.
In the wild, Apis lithohermia drones never stray far from their nests, which they build high in the island's redwood trees or on rocky cliffsides. Apis drones can be seen swarming around the nest in groups, but to get a look at the queen Apis, one would need to crack open the nest itself. Speaking from experience, this is not a pleasant task, as the untamable Apis drones are quite territorial. I probably should have seen that one coming in hindsight. Take caution, Apis stings will significantly weaken any creature which suffers them. And because its stinger is not barbed, Apis can sting multiple times without its stinger being ripped away. A tamed Apis queen will lay new drone eggs and construct a nest that survivors can farm for honey, so long as they remember to wear specialized beekeeping gear. Said honey is not only sweet and delicious, but laced with scents that land mammals find irresistible. Many hunters use it to bait their traps. Apis drones will also follow their queen into battle, so they can be used for self-defense in a pinch.
There we go. And this puts us at latitude 74.1, longitude 63. And we are off to the next one. All right, so we are back at Daeodon Peaks, or Daeodon Bay, whatever you want to call it. This time, we are going to go this direction. We're going to go to the very end of this little island. And what we are looking for is this rock. It has a tree growing out of it. So at the very end of the island, rock there, rock with tree sticking out, and we're going to go right up. And we're going to come across these ruins. So go right up and in between those rocks. And you'll find the ruins. And on the back side,
among the bottom of the island's dinosaur food chain is a small herbivore called Pegomastax fructurator. It is content to spend all day alone, gorging itself on far more food than you might reasonably expect for a creature of its tiny stature. Its beak appears perfectly evolved for collecting food from plants while avoiding the indigestible fibrous strands. Pegomastax is likely to ignore any nearby creature and continue foraging, unless it's attacked, at which point it turns into a very aggressive, though rather unthreatening opponent, shrieking and whooping far above its actual threat level. You would expect a creature this small and weak to live in flocks, but Pegomastax seems to be fairly solitary in nature. While not pretty and far too small to ride, tribes often keep Pegomastax around as a kind of farming aid. Its skill at scavenging means that it collects an extraordinary quantity of seeds and berries, while also handily gathering the rare flowers, mushrooms, and other ingredients necessary to cook up unusual concoctions.
there we go. And that is at 87.6 latitude, 65.1 longitude. And now we are off to the next one. Woohoo! All right, so the next one, we're gonna go up to the top. Okay. Yes, to the top of the mountain. That's like a steep drop off. We are gonna go this way. To these rocks. There it is. No, that's the one we were just at. So up at the top. Okay. We're gonna go down here. There it is. All right, so let's show that again. So we're at the top of the mountain. We are going to face the green obelisk. So there's the green obelisk. And we're going to follow this cliff down. And see it right there.
I'm not sure why, but the giant scorpions I've seen on the island are far more disturbing than most of the dinosaurs. Rather than simply kill its prey, Pulmonoscorpius gigantus injects its victims with a tranquilizing poison, then eats its unconscious prey alive. This subspecies has a large pair of pincers that seem connected to the same toxin sacs as the tail. I've never seen another scorpion that has this adaptation, but I've never seen another scorpion that's larger than I am either. Trying to tame a monster like Pulmonoscorpius gigantus sounds like a crazy idea, but I suppose the ability to knock out a foe could come in handy. It could certainly make incapacitating some of the island's other creatures much easier.
There we go. And this is actually at 85.8 latitude, 63.9 longitude. And now we are off to the next one. All right, so this one, we are right back. Remember where we followed this cliff here and found the ruins right there? We're gonna go right across here. And you can see there's kind of a path that way and kind of a path that way. See right up in there? There's a pillar. Once these trees disappear, there we go. There is a pillar. What is that? I think it's a raptor. No, it's a capper. Okay. Oh, no.
Among the most vocal creatures on the island, Ichthyornis piscoquis actually appears to be a relatively normal seagull. It primarily eats fish, and its distinctive cries can be heard echoing over across the island's many beaches. As you might expect from a seagull, Ichthyornis will flee at the slightest provocation. Ichthyornis is a versatile and opportunistic hunter. Its primary form of attack is to dive into the top layers of water and impale its prey. However, since its food source can be unpredictable. Ichthyornis has developed a keen ability to steal food from unsuspecting travelers. Their affinity for shiny objects leads them to sometimes knock tools and weapons out of the hands of unsuspecting survivors. But Ichthyornis is too small to actually fly off with them. Ichthyornis surprised me by being a very loyal and very social creature once tamed. It likes to ride on its owner's shoulder and bring that person treats, in the form of fish, of course, which its beak grip enhances with extra healing vitamins. The personality of Ichthyornis reminds me of a house cat hauling a trophy prey back home, except it brings extra healthy fish instead.
There we go. And we are at 76.5 latitude, 66.9 longitude. Off to the next one. All right, I won't lie. This next one is the biggest pain in the butt to find. Like, I can't even describe to you how to get here. It was the biggest pain in the butt. That's all I can say.
Megapiranha magnemorsis is a carnivorous fish found fairly commonly in the rivers and ponds of the island. Its bite is incredibly powerful. I've even seen them break through the armored turtles of the island. Megapiranha has one of the strongest bites pound for pound of any creature on the island. When encountering a megapiranha, be on the lookout for the rest of the school. No one megapiranha is an overwhelming threat, but their tendency to swarm prey can make short work of much larger and stronger creatures. Any given megapiranha is easy to kill, but killing the entire school can be a daunting task. Like some of the other creatures on the island, a tamed megapiranha is best suited as a guard. Their high metabolism makes them require more food than many other creatures, but they are very adept at hunting their own food, particularly the coelacanths.
Again, that was the biggest pain in the butt when it comes to all the notes. So here we are. This is the best I can do for you. 71.1 latitude, 70.5 longitude is the Piranha Dossier. Good luck finding it. It is such a pain in the butt. It took me several hours. On to the next one. All right, this next one is difficult too. But remember the note that was in the water. We are gonna head straight up. Keep a look out to our left, right. And it is hiding right there.
Elasmosaurus remus pisa is typically found in the deep oceans and has a strange role in the oceanic food chain. It almost exclusively hunts the smaller creatures in the waters, leaving most even moderately large creatures alone. The sheer size of the Elasmosaurus means that the quantity of food it must eat to sustain itself is nothing short of enormous. Elasmosaurus is a formidable fighter. Aside from the Megalodon, I have only ever seen two creatures bring down an Elasmosaurus, a Mosasaurus and human beings. Though I will admit, I have yet to thoroughly explore the staggeringly deep underwater caverns surrounding the island. Much like the Brontosaurus on land, Elasmosaurus is an excellent way to transport large quantities of goods over water. These powerful creatures are in fact so large that they can be used as mobile water bases. Ambitious tribes sometimes build bunkers right onto the backs of Elasmosaurus instead of building cargo ships.
And this puts us at 71.5 latitude, 61.1 longitude. Again, a very much pain in the butt. I cleared a lot of trees trying to find it. No. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Well, I hope you all enjoyed our first video set of the dinosaur dossiers. There is tons more, but after those last two, I definitely need a break. And the video's getting long. So we're definitely gonna have to break it up. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you want to see the other Explorer notes, let me know. And I will see you all later. Bye.